Hi everyone, this is Marcus with DTF Station, and in this video, we will go over how to replace the circulation pump in your Prestige A4 DTF printer. First, check for the following to ensure that your circulation pump is in fact the issue. Turn your printer on, check if the circulation runs after the agitation process. If it does not run, then contact your technician to work on swapping the cables with the stirring motor to ensure your cable is not the issue. Once complete, if your circulation pump is verified to be the issue, let's start the process of replacing the pump. First, before you do anything, make sure that the printer is completely turned off from the front and the back, and that the power cord has been unplugged. Next, take a screwdriver and remove these two screws. This will allow you to remove this metal cover. Then remove these three screws. Next, remove two screws on each side of this ramp. They should allow you to now remove the entire ramp. Next, take a Phillips screwdriver and remove these three screws. Now carefully lift up and remove this cover. Locate this cable tie and unlatch it. Now locate the circulation pump. Follow the cable that is connected to this pump all the way to the sideboard. Once located, make sure you have gloves on. This connecting point will have a silicone glue on it. Make sure to remove the glue before disconnecting the cable. Carefully remove this cable from this port and root it out. Make sure to pull with even tension. Now take a screwdriver and remove the two screws holding the pump as shown. Now once removed, have a paper towel or a cloth ready for any drippage and carefully remove both tubes. Take note of which tube was connected to which side of the pump. It might be a good idea to add labels in order to ensure there is no mix-up when reconnecting the system. Now that the pump is completely removed, examine the two tubes that you removed from the pump. If they look stretched out or damaged, take a pair of sharp scissors and cut off the tip in a straight line in order to create a fresh end to the tube. Once ready, grab the new circulation pump. Now take the corresponding tubes and place them onto the pump. When connecting, make sure to push the tube firmly all the way in order to prevent a loose connection. For reference, the two on the left connects directly to the printer carriage. The one on the right is connected to the ink bottle. Now get the two mounting screws and secure the pump back onto the inner wall of the printer. Now take the cable, route it through here and secure it with the cable tie. Take note of the orientation of the cable, then plug it into this port on the board. Once this last step is complete, test the printer to ensure that everything is working properly before installing all the covers back up. This way, if anything is wrong, you can make adjustments without having to take everything apart again. Once confirmed, please proceed to the next step. Carefully place the cover back into place. Then secure it with these three screws. Now place the ramp back into its original position, screwing these top three screws, then these two on the left, then these two on the right. Now place this cover here, then use the two screws to secure it into place. Now, turn the printer on using only the switch on the back. Once that switch is on, check and examine if the circulation pump starts to run. If the pump runs, then you may turn the printer on from the front. Once the printer is on, head into Digirip go to Devices, Printer Properties, then click Head Clean to perform a head cleaning. Now before we proceed to printing a nozzle check pattern, let's make sure our media is properly fed into the printer. First, take the feed bar and lift it up and remove the side cap as shown. Next, grab your media roll and place it onto the feed bar and use the cap you just removed to lock the media into place. Then, place the entire feed bar onto the brackets and slowly feed the media into the back of the printer. Note that the film should be fed into the printer, making sure that it is aligned to the center of the opening as shown. The end caps have screws that you can loosen and tighten. Align the left side first, then tighten the screw. Now head over to the right cap and secure by tightening the screw. When tightening the screws, be careful not to tighten too much since the screw can dig into the feed bar and damage it. This left end cap is meant to stay in this position at all times. The right side end cap should be just tight enough so that it doesn't move around, but not very tight since this end cap is one that you will constantly remove and put back on every time you replace the media roll. Now open the top lid and position the film so that it is feeding straight from the roll. With your right hand, press the media up against the internal ruler's wall. With your other hand, press the feed button until the media starts to feed through the rollers. Once you have the media fed out onto the front panel, take a screwdriver and adjust these media guides. The media should sit under about 30 to 50% of each media guide. At the beginning of every new roll, always feed the media out past the media guides. This is a good way to check at the beginning if the media has been fed incorrectly. If the media hits any of the media guides, the media has been fed in crooked and needs to be reset. Next, use the enter button to push the media back in towards the media rollers to get ready to start printing. Use this image as a guide. This is about how far back you should push the media towards the rollers. Any closer in, and it can cause a head strike. The right side of the film should always be up against this red line, but never past it. The left side, depending on the width of your film, may have a little bit more room but should never pass this blue line. A good visual checkpoint is the end of these two rollers. Once complete, click Print Nozzle, Check Pattern to perform a nozzle check. If you get a good nozzle check pattern, you are good to go. Thanks for watching.